What's up, YouTube? Southern Comic Geek coming to you with a haul video. So, by the time this video airs, it will have been the other day, but I got to meet up with another YouTuber, hit up one, two, three, count them three comic shops. So, if you want to see who it was or hear who it was, and see what I picked up, stay tuned for the video. So I met up with Sparks Comics to pick up some mystery boxes. By the time this video airs, you will have already, or that video showing what I got in those mystery boxes will already have dropped. So if you didn't see that video, go check it out. And I've got to give the obligatory smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, and the bell notification so that when videos like this drop for so randomly, you will be one of the first people to know and can make the conscious decision as to whether or not to watch it now or to watch it later. But as long as you watch it, we appreciate you. So in going down to meet Sparks, I decided to kind of go a little bit out of the way and hit up a couple more shops. I met him at Crescent City Comics, which I've talked about before in the past, and I'll mention again when I get to the comics that I got from there. But I hit up Second and Charles. So Second and Charles, for those who might not have one around, is much like Half Price Books. A lot more nerdy pop culture type stuff as opposed to just books at Half Price Books, but kind of the same concept. You have a bargain bin, you have some more expensive books. With Second and Charles, typically those books aren't really worth having. The books that are in the bins are the books worth having. The only problem with Second and Charles is that you have to dig because hardly any of the stuff is in order, which is fine if you're getting a really good deal. But you don't know when the sales are, and the employees don't either. And so it was the same way today. I had bought some books to keep, some to sell, and got up to the counter and noticed that they were quite a bit less than what was marked on the cover price. And so I said, I'm going to go back and pick up some more. So I went back and picked up some more. But the employees don't even know. So that's kind of the deal with that. But did find a couple of goodies there. Did spend a long time digging because I've gone through this particular Second and Charles in Covington, Louisiana, quite a bit. But I did find a couple things I didn't have. Star Wars Annual number 2. This is from the Volume 2 run of Star Wars. Mike Mayhew cover there. Mace Windu, Jedi of the Republic, number 3. Look, Steven Spock. Reflection. Then we got Star Wars 25 from that same run. That's a Mike Deodato cover. Star Wars 37. And that is I think that's it's Mike Mayhew cover. So all the comics were significantly less than what they had advertised. So I picked up a couple of goodies there. There's usually a shop that's right around the corner from there that I go. Unfortunately, they were not open the day that I went, so didn't get to see anything there. Then I went down to Showcase Collectibles in Slidell, Louisiana. If you recall me showing the Daredevil comic that had the advertisement for Hulk 181, only to find out that it was cut out, you recall the story that I called the comic shop and told them, and they said bring it back and they would give me credit. So I went down there, didn't give me any problems, brought the book back and picked up a couple more books and some boards and bags. Boards and bags are kind of iffy. All these different shops. Diamond is the main excuse for that. Whether it's true or not, leave me a comment down below as to whether or not you're facing some of the same things. I would go to different shops in different areas and all saying the same thing, at least to me. But these are the books that I picked up from there. I got Batman 294. Cool Joker cover there. 293. Lex Luthor punching him out. I believe that's a Neil Adams cover there. Batman 292. And then Batman 291. Just noticed that sticker on that book, but I think I can get that sticker off. So it came from a comic shop down the road there at one point, and the sticker's actually still on there. I don't know if that's 35 cents or $35, but anyway, it's $10 is what they charge for it. Pretty cool cover. I've seen one of these on Instagram. It's a little more pricey than that, and I decided not to buy it for that reason. So now, if you're keeping track, I had completed my Batman 300 to 713. Yeah, that came right off. The stickies wore off. I don't even really see any kind of grease spot or nothing like that. It's actually a pretty decent copy. I mean, if I was so inclined to do so, I could press it and grade it, come back a decent grade for the age. But anyways, got the Rogues Gallery, which Batman has the best Rogues Gallery. Not sure why DC, although I'm a Joker fan, not sure why DC just utilizes the Joker for everything, but that's another subject for another day. So the deal with this is that now I have Batman 289 to 713. So if you recall from my goals video for 2021, one of my goals was to get 200 through that 713. We'll see if we get there. I've got about 55 to get all of 200. And then we'll move on from there. So pretty good pickups there. And I was looking for those comics anyway, and since Batman's like a more long-term goal, to kind of focus myself, unless I find like just super screaming deals, what I'm doing is kind of sequentially going backwards. So that's why I got those books right there, was because I had 300 and some of the others, and so I was moving up. And so I'll get like the couple of ones I need in 280s, and then I'll go to 270s, and I'm working back that way. And so some collectors do it differently. Some collectors go for the big boy book stuff first and then get all the filler stuff. I'm quite the opposite, because I feel like, okay, I'm making a bigger headway because I'm seeing more results of my hunting if I'm getting the smaller books and seeing the numbers add up quicker. I don't know. Leave me a comment down below as to whether or not you collect one way or the other. So from there, got to the New Orleans, depends on where you're from, and met Sparks Comics, again, picking up those mystery box that I got from him, which were bangers, spoiler alert, but check out the video on that has already dropped by the time you see this video. So I've seen Crescent City, which I've been to several times before. Found out the guy that I talked to last time is actually the owner, and was talking to him, and yeah, just talking about comics and different things and how crazy spec is sometimes, yada, yada, yada. And then I'm going to show you the book that came out and what happened. And you can make your determination whether that was a good thing or not. Now, I've already changed out the boards and backs to some of these, but now I'm going to have to go back, because the thing with these Gold Key comics is that they didn't put the issue numbers on there. So I'm going to have to go back. And what I was doing, I was writing these on the back. That way I can just kind of flip over. Of course, it's in CLZ, but if I'm going through the box and when I go to put them in the box in order, it's helpful to have that on the back there. So this is one of them. Not sure what to shoot, but great painted covers there. Here's another one. And with these, I'm not really particular on, as you can see, there's quite a bit of, chipping. It's complete, but, it's not winning no awards or, anything like that, which is stuff typically don't. There's a couple big ones like the first or last. Well, the last issue probably is not even that way, because they were Whitman reprints by then. But the first issue, but aside from that, not really much outside of that. But just really nice painted covers. And so most of these were $2 or $3. So wasn't bad at all. I think this one actually, according to CLZ, had some value to it. Not sure what goes on in there, but check that out. And there's another one. And so then I also got some Turok Son of Stone. This says this is issue 92. As you can see, they sized them down later on. It's still 25 center. There's 77. $129. I think this is the next to the last issue right here of Turok. Can a child man lead Turok and Endar out of the treacherous Lost Valley? Dun dun dun. Okay. All right, then we got 124. A jungle boy risks his life to grow up. Save that book to last. Picked up a couple of issues I was missing in between on the detective. Got Detective 959. One night only, Zatanna. We got 963. 960. And I found out an interesting thing. I knew they had a second store, but I was under the impression that it was largely a gaming store. So I really wasn't interested in going there. It's not really that far from there, but it's just, you know, bigger stuff for different days. But found out today that after the pandemic, some of the when they started open back up, that they had changed that, and so they started putting a lot of $1 and $2 bins over there. So I'm gonna have to go check that out next time down there in that area. But I did raid their dollar bins. Picked up this Detective 859, and then this was a wall book, Batman 233. So like I said, I try to keep myself in that sequential order to kind of narrow my focus, but it wasn't but $12 for 233. So I said, let's pick it up. And then I found this in the dollar bin, TMNT Adventures 33 newsstand from 90 late. Cover says 91. Peter Laird. And you knew I had to throw some Valiant in there somewhere. Found a Valiant in a dollar bin. Neil Adams Nighthawk. So this is from their creator-owned title. After Acclaim had bought them out, they kind of split the creator-owned stuff to Windjammer, as opposed to the Valiant connected universe. And then X-Men Adventures. This is the one, Death of an X-Man. And if you're a child of the 90s, this was one of those deaths that traumatized you, where Morph died. That's right, Morph. Spoiler alert. So yeah, Morph died, and then of course that moment that Wolverine takes on the Sentinel, and you know, it looks more like the cover the cartoon did, but it says then right here it just kind of casually says, "This one's for you, Morph." And I was on Comigories the other night, and I should have used that one. So as I was walking out, just kind of on the glass, I said, let me check and see if they have this Darth Vader comic. And unless you're hiding under a rock somewhere, you know that these Star Wars books have gotten astronomically expensive. I'm not really interested in paying astronomical prices. I don't guess anybody is, but I'm not got to have them so much. And the books that I want are typically not big books. I've already got those. So this was from the second run of Darth Vader. So if you are familiar with that, issue 14 is the first cameo of Ahsoka Tano in Marvel continuity. So that was one of the issues that I needed, and lo and behold, he had some. They were in the back, and it didn't dawn on him. I could tell that it didn't dawn on him that what that book was until I brought it out. So the guy brought it out and showed it to him, and I was standing there, and he looked at it, and there's the price on it, $4.25. And he said, okay. And I said, well, I'll go ahead and take the other one off your hands. He goes, I can't sell you a second copy. I said, okay. Sparks told him, said, well, I'll pay you more for it. Can I get it? Can I get that other copy? because he kind of figured that, okay, this is for me because I had bought all that other stuff. But you know, and we had talked about collecting random stuff that, hence the Gold Key and Valiant. But yeah, he knew I would just sell that other one more than likely, and I would have. So, but I was glad that he didn't do like some shop owners, and they would say, "Oh no, I can't sell that to you for that. Here's the price right here, straight off of eBay, fresh off eBay," and gave me that price. But he honored it. It was right there. He honored it, and so shout out to Crescent City Comics for doing the right thing. And obviously, he gets benefits from that, right? Because I've been in there more than once. I buy a good stack of books, typically stuff like that detective. I mean, there's no key issues there, so unless you're just collecting that run of detective, nobody's buying that stuff. That gold key stuff, nobody's really buying that. So I'm taking stuff off of his hands. Selling stuff, he can tell that I'm a collector, and that probably went a long way to why he did what he did. But in either case, he didn't have to. So I do appreciate that and wanted to shout him out. And of course, shout out Sparks Comics. I know his channel is starting to pick up a little steam. He's about to hit 300 at the time of this recording. By the time you see this, he might already have hit 300. But nevertheless, I'm going to leave a link in the description below. Go check him out, sub him up if you haven't already. And hopefully everybody's staying safe out there. Until next time, keep reading and keep collecting. Adios.